I had this client of mine, long-term client, good friend, someone who I deeply respect. She is a lovely woman, really lovely, physically fit, exceptionally beautiful, successful, everything. And so she booked a session and asked me about biohacking. What are my thoughts about it? From biohacking to supplements to vitamins, pills to steroids. So I just thought I'll address it in this video. But before I do go further, I just want to tell you I'm not a medical professional and this is not medical advice. It's just an opinion. Like I always tell you, seek professional help. I'm just giving you my opinion. Okay? So do your own research. Now, this term biohacking has been made popular with all these new age gurus and new age coaches. You have Tim Ferriss, you have that bulletproof coffee guy. And by the way, those of you who do not know what is bulletproof coffee, it's a name given, bulletproof, but it's actually coffee. You put butter in that and you mix it and make it frothy. I know it sounds crazy, like who the hell puts butter? But because it gives a creamy taste, they say it gives you energy. Now, remember one thing about with regards to any coach or guru, they will make big, tall claims. They will say, oh, this has boosted my energy, this has helped me, this is that, it has made me younger, my immune system stronger. Now, do this. Take any supplement, I challenge you, any supplement in this world. Check the fine print. There will be a line, this is my open challenge, check any supplement. There will be a line that will say, the statements mentioned here are not evaluated by the FDA. FDA is Food and Drug Administration. Now what does that mean? That means whatever is put on this bottle or plastic jar or this package, whatever is put on this supplement, none of the claims are authenticated. They can say your testosterone boost is 300%, oh it burns fat 1000%, oh it improves your immunity 10,000%, whatever they mention. The minute it is mentioned, not evaluated by FDA, Food and Drug Administration, clearly says none of the information mentioned here has been authenticated. That means you can't take them to court. Let's say, for example, you take a supplement and it has an adverse reaction, or you take a supplement and there is no results, then you can't take them to court. In fact, there are so many supplements that say natural performance booster. They say natural testosterone, only for them to find out, and this has happened with MMA fighters and boxers. They've taken this supplement and they found it tainted. What it means is it had illegal substances like steroids or stuff that is not allowed. So even though they say natural outside, there are traces of steroid in that. Now steroid by itself is not going to destroy, oh shit, you're going to die. Please don't watch these Hollywood movies where they show Wolverine or someone putting an injection here, and becoming like the Hulk. That's not what steroid does. I've taken steroids over the years. When you get an injection, like a vaccination or something, you don't become a mutant or the Hulk. It's same thing like that. When you inject, please don't inject on a muscle, okay, whichever muscle that you do inject. I'm not going to tell you which muscle to inject. You don't feel anything. If done professionally, you won't even feel the needle go in. Yes, you'll feel a small little discomfort, slight discomfort, but you'll not feel anything. And it's not you're going to feel raw like this. The only difference, yes, you'll feel is when you go to the gym, you'll feel the pump. You'll feel more energetic. Depends on what steroid you're using. Now, coming back to this one. So, one is, please don't trust any of the gurus and coaches. Number one, they're basically trying to sell you bullshit. Okay. The second one is, don't believe any of the claims made on the supplement. There are actual documentaries. Actually, you just have to do a bit of search, where people have taken baby powder, milk powder, which costs maybe $5, $10, put it in a jar, mixed it with something else, and sold it for $100. Imagine the total. Actually, in one of the documentaries I saw, with the labor cost of asking Mexicans laborers to put in pills, each one was costing $4, the tablet to manufacture, to make. That also with just normal powder. Means like it's not harmful for the body, just like eatable. $4 it was costing, not $4, sorry, $0.4 or $0.4 or 4 cents or something. And each one he was selling for $10 or something, a pack. He was making 99% profit. Just imagine, 99 times profit, 99 times. So if it was $1, he was selling for $100. So I've seen these documentaries, and there are so many people who have been doing that, so many. And given the number of years that I've spent taking bodybuilding supplements, pills, and I would tell you, don't waste your money. Now, so what is the solution? What is the solution? Obviously you want to know. Here's my answer. Number one, this is what I recommend. Go to a doctor. Go to a doctor, but not to a hospital that has packages. Because in some of the hospitals, what they'll tend to do is, they will make you feel like you're sick so that they can sell you something. Go to an independent hospital or to a doctor through recommendation, who will take a test, complete test, red blood cells, white blood cells, your cholesterol, your joints, a complete health checkup. Take a detailed one, okay? And ask them to tell you what are the areas of concern. I had done this around a few years ago. I think around about 6-7 years ago, 9 years ago. I think after my 30s I had done it. I had found an increase in cholesterol. I had found a decrease in red blood cells. Okay, now these are the two things I found. Now what I've realized, that was because that time also I was bleeding. Whenever I was to go to the toilet, a lot of blood used to come out, but I didn't want to address it. And cholesterol, because I was to eat heavy chocolates and sweets and ice creams and fatty foods and fast foods, and okay, even though I was doing powerlifting. And so now what I've realized now, when you go to the doctor and when you check, whatever is in excess or whatever is less tends to aggravate itself even more. So now if you have cholesterol, the cholesterol will increase. If you have a sugar problem, the sugar problem will increase. If you have less red blood cells, that will increase. Increase means you'll have even lesser. Now, what is the reason for this? The reason for this is your lifestyle. Unless you change your lifestyle, nothing is going to change. So what I suggest is, whatever areas of concern is there, address those areas first. With me, it was cholesterol. I decided to focus on that. Low red blood cells, I didn't think about it much, because I didn't know what was the solution at that time. Now, obviously, the part that started to concern me was the sugar and the blood pressure. And that is why I used to do exercise, running and swimming and all that stuff. However, once after coming to Thailand, my exercise completely stopped for 2 years or so. And my sugar jumped up, sugar problems and heart problems jumped up, cholesterol jumped up, and everything became worse. And I knew I had to do something drastic. Dieting would not help. So finally, that's where I went for my bariatric surgery. You can just search on YouTube, Machedo bariatric surgery. You'll see, just be careful, it's a graphic, very graphic. I'm naked over there. You'll see them cutting and all that, some blood and all that. It's a surgery. It was taken live. So after my health, the diabetes was no longer there. I lost 50 kilos, nearly 50, 55 kilos. Now my body requirement was different. So today, what I tend to do is I tend to eat based on my body requirements. So in answer to your question, after you take the checkup, find out what are the areas you need to work on and target those areas. Now, when you're buying a supplement, don't buy something that a celebrity endorses. Please don't buy what a celebrity endorses, because they endorse it and they hype it to make money. Rather, find out what are they talking about. Let's say, for example, they're talking vitamin C, or they're talking fairer skin, whatever bullshit. Find out the ingredients of those products, and those ingredients, find out what you can get either naturally, or if you're getting a product, get something that has been for years and years. Now, the standard ones that I recommend for people, standard one is vitamin D. In my case, I walk in the sun without a shirt, so vitamin D I take once a week. Vitamin C is also good, but remember, water soluble vitamins, you take in excess, your piss will be rich with vitamins, and the sewage will be very rich, so you're pissing out all the money. So don't take excessive vitamins, please. Vitamin B, B complex. Some people ask me, well, what about injecting vitamins into your body, like B complex? Some people inject. See, you only inject in your blood or through your muscle only if you're in emergency, you're dying. That's why when you go to the hospital, they'll put in a needle. Okay, very rarely do they'll give you tablets. Tablets is for slow absorption. For emergency, they give you the injection, so you don't need an injection. And what supplements to take? Whatever supplements people tell you. I'm sure if you check Joe Rogan's podcast, they'll give you some weird ass shit, garlic, kombucha, or this and that, and green tea and mushrooms. See, listen, until now, you and I, we survived without it. Nothing is going to happen taking that. Keep it simple. We always like some new, exotic, different, rare, this thing that will revolutionize. It doesn't do jack shit, man. Unless, of course, you're going to take some hallucinogenic drug or something. That fucks up your head completely. Don't do that. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't fall for all this bullshit. Simple things. Vitamin B. Go to a doctor you can trust. Okay? And if you go to an athlete who does it professionally, he'll tell you what he takes. So study what he takes and find out, does it worth it. But go to an experienced athlete. Don't go to a young, new, buff bodybuilder who takes literally everything and is hyped up about the bullshit. Another thing I'll tell you is, please don't take something to show off on social media, and don't have a bias. We sometimes, no? Like, for example, this bulletproof coffee with butter and make it frothy, us to show off on social media. So there was this bias for me to want to show people that it works. But today, however, I don't do that anymore. I get up in the morning, I have an orange. Okay, so the vitamin C gets absorbed and the sugar levels are balanced. And I have a black coffee with no sugar. It's an espresso strong, so it increases my heart rate, makes me alert, and gives me the alertness to do the exercise, so I don't feel like fatigued and all that. Now, I don't advertise this because it's very ordinary. It's pretty vanilla. I mean, every time I take my pills, vitamin C or whatever, I don't show, oh, look at my pills. When I was young, I used to show the 64 pills, oh, these protein pills. Yeah, bullshit, yeah. That way you're doing it just to show off. Don't show off. If you're doing something, do it quietly. Like when someone takes their insulin shots, all that, they don't start bragging about it. Because when you start bragging, there is a bias to make it feel like it's working. What I suggest is, take a notebook, have a diary, note what time you're taking, how much you're taking, what is the dosage, what is the protocol, what is the brand, and note how do you feel every hour. Do this for a month, 2 months. Check how does your body feel, what time do you sleep, what time do you get up, what time do you eat, what are you eating. When you write down notes now, you'll automatically realize what works and doesn't work for you. Like, for example, in my body, I know what caffeine will do, coffee will do, I know what tea will do. I know what Red Bull does. I know what a sweet does. I know what a sugary drink does. I know the different brands of carbonated drinks, what it does. Different brands of energy drinks, what does it do? Like Monster versus Red Bull. I know what each one does, how does it taste, because I had kept those notes many years ago. Even coffee. I know if I have the one that you blend and make in the house, espresso, versus if I drink one from Starbucks. Because I have to keep notes. I drank every day for 15 days, 20 days. I wrote down the notes, or even a month. So when you have your own, because everyone's body is different, everyone's reaction is different. If I have tea and you have tea, we both will feel different. If I have tea with milk and you have tea with milk, different. One last thing is, don't fall for the hype. Don't assume there are shortcuts. Don't make things so difficult, like Atkins diet, this diet, that diet. All these diets, die, D-I-E, die, T. You'll die. Keep everything in balance. I believe everything in moderation is good. You are a normal person, live a normal life. Eat everything, but eat in moderation. And yes, if you do have health issues, let's say for example you have sugar, obviously you cannot eat sweet. If you have blood pressure, you need to cut down on salt. So figure out, oh, a squirrel. Figure out what is required for your body. That's what I suggest to you. Figure out what is required for your body and take care of it. And one last piece of advice, longevity. Longevity and lifestyle. That is most important. One day if you decide, okay, today I'm going to drink water, every 5 glasses of water. One day you drink and you don't drink water properly ever again, it's not going to help. Or today I'm going to have vegetarian food, and rest 365 days of the year, 364, you eat sugary donuts and this and that, nothing is going to help. So keep it consistent. That's what I suggest you, keep it consistent. Don't try these fad diets, no matter which celebrity is endorsing it. And one last thing about steroids, I'll just put it in one line. If you have the money, if you have the resources, if you have the medical doctor and the advice whom you can trust with your life, and you can do this for the rest of your life, then consider it. But if you cannot do it for the rest of your life, you don't have the resources, you don't have the money, you don't have the... And always remember, when you manipulate your body at a serious level like steroids, once it pushed up to a certain level, let's say from you're at 100, you push it to 200, then it'll stay at 200 for a couple of years, then the same dosage, it'll go down, down, down and come back to 100, because now the body is used to it. Now you'll have to put double the dosage to push it to either 200 or 300. So keep that in mind. The damage on the body is irreversible. Okay, unless of course you have a doctor or a team that monitors you, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, all these celebrities, they have a team that constantly monitors them. That's how they're able to maintain. This for normal people like you and me, it's very hard. So that's what I'd like to tell you with regards to biohacking. I hope this has been able to help you guys. Put down your questions, but remember, like I told you, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just giving you my experiences on what has helped me. And I hope this helps you as well. You guys take care. It's me signing off. Ciao.